Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to American Falls by Lancyboi. Oh yeah, we are continuing on the second day of April. It is warm here today. It is officially warm. Like, this feels like almost a warm summer's day here at the RQS Gaming satellite office of the RQS Gaming International Conglomerated Corporation Incorporated. Satellite office, of course, located in West Michigan, tucked away, tucked away. I don't know, in between a mall and a highway. I don't know. Doesn't sound great, does it? Anyways, I wrapped up our cotton extravaganza over there on field 1. You can see I picked up the remaining seed bag. I'm actually going to get some fuel. I actually remembered this time that I may need fuel for the Vultra. So we're going to do that before we head out to finish our second job. Our second job is going to take us over here to field 26. It's another cotton seeding contract, so nothing too exciting. Oh, who am I kidding? It is very exciting. We completed field 1, so I'm going to take the cash for that. Since it's about 94,000, I think we got a good chance of getting over 100,000 then, right? Oh yes, we certainly do. I did not borrow any equipment for these contracts. I actually just leased this planter outright. It was cheaper to... You know, we could probably snake our way over to field 26 without even getting on the main thoroughfare. No, that's probably pretty good. I don't know. Should we try it? You know what? I've done stupider things. I've done dumber things, so I guess we'll give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? It was cheaper just to lease this planter than it was to borrow the equipment for the cotton contract. So I figured, what the heck? Of course, we are using our own Vultra, which means with the I always forget what it's called. I always call it something wrong. I know I shouldn't be driving over my neighbor's crops. I feel horribly bad for that, about that. The 26 is right above us, but this isn't looking great. I'm not feeling great about this. No, I'm not feeling good about it. I think in my younger years I would have gone for it. Is there a trail? No, I don't see a trail. We're doing a little exploratory driving today on American Falls. You know, why not? Check out nature's bounty. The beauty that we call nature. Nature will come up and bite you, though. You got to watch out for nature. She's a deadly woman. I don't know what movie that's from. I don't think it's from any movie. I think I'm just making stuff up on the fly. But yeah, it's... yeah. I finally dusted off Construction Simulator. Started playing that. It's kind of interesting. Kind of like it. It's not too shabby. It's kind of fun. I think there she is. Field 26 indeed. Let's I should probably take this. I should probably do this. Let's see if I can get up there to take you off of here. We'll just kind of set you down there. And we'll get you unfolded. We are still cotton selected. We're full. I don't think we've got a whole lot of seed. 122 liters. Yeah, that's not a whole lot of seed. So we'll see how this goes. Let's not waste any time. Speaking of time, do my typical forget to turn it up to 6 routine, so we're just going to get that done right now. So how's everybody doing? How's your week going? How's Tuesday? Can't be that bad. It just started, I would think. But yeah, like I was saying, it's been warm here today. Like almost a heat index kind of warm. It's weird, not that warm, but it's warm. Warm enough to where I have, I actually turned the AC on briefly whilst cooking dinner because it got pretty darn warm. And yeah, it's kind of weird for March. I guess we're kind of scooting through winter. It's gonna be spring sooner than we know it. What an easy winter we had. We had one storm this winter that hit us pretty good. And other than that, easy peasy. What is it? Is it March? Or is it May? Comes in like a lion? No. Something like a lion and a lamb. Comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb. I think I might have that backwards. I'm not really sure what that saying is anymore. I'm liking this planter. This planter has grown on me like a skin tick. What are they? I don't know what they're called. Yeah, it's grown on me. Only in a good way. I quite like it. Of course, we always want them to hold more seed. Excuse me. I would love it if I could convert that fertilizer tank over to a seed tank. Maybe that's something that you could do if you went into the mod files. I don't know how difficult that is to do. I don't know that I've ever really done that with a mod. I've bumped up volumes before. That's easy enough. You just find the line where it shows seed capacity and you kind of put in, whatever amount you fancy. It's pretty easy to do. Most of the time it works fine. Sometimes it gets a little squirrely, depending on how much you bump it up. Sometimes it gets a little bit feisty and it displays kind of goofy. But most of the time it's pretty much just changing the numbers. I remember in FS15, when I really got into FS15 on the PC, I was kind of done playing it on the console, and I was in it to win it on the PC, and I was trying to learn everything I could about mod files. And boy, was I was just digging into every single one of them. It got to the point where it wasn't even... I kind of almost ruined the game in a way for myself, because I was changing everything in its brother. I feel like I was changing everything. I was changing, seed amounts and fertilizer amounts, and on trailers I was changing capacities and unload speeds, load speeds. I don't know. It's kind of funny. And I think I can, and of course how much things cost. I really want that tractor, but it's $350,000. Hold on a second. Oh, it's on sale for $3,500. That's a deal. And why, if I did that, I think back to that and I think, why would I do something like that and not just make it free at that point? Why not just make it $1? Like, I'm trying to make myself actually feel good about the fact that I'm spending $3,500 on a $350,000 tractor, because it's not quite as cheaty. It's not quite as cheaty as as making it $1. $1's going too far. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get into trouble here. I'm gonna line you up to about there. I think that should do it. Let's get you going. I got a little problem at the moment. I'll explain to you what it is here. Oh, that's not right. Let me scooch this over so I can just even this out nicely. There you go. Lower that bad boy, Brad. There you go, buddy. I have a little... I realize I stopped that sentence in an awkward spot. Excuse me a second. Ooh, man. What I was going to say was I have a little speck of dust or something on my mouse pad. It's just big enough that I can feel it while I'm moving my mouse over my mouse pad with my finger, like my pinky is dragging on my mouse pad, and I can feel it, and it's just, it just bugs me. I like a clean mouse pad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like a completely clean mouse pad. I don't even like mouse pads. If I can avoid them, I don't even use them anymore. And most of the time, you really don't even need a mouse pad. You know, they try to tell you, you know, you got to get a fancy gaming one, you know, and all this nonsense. I guess it depends on what surface your mouse is on, but on a desk like mine, where it's kind of one of these fake wood deals that are basically black fake wood. I mean, the mouse pad's kind of nice. It probably prolongs the life of my little Naga Pro here. That you pay good money for a mouse, I guess you want it to last. You want your keyboard to last, you want your mouse to last, your monitors last long enough until you feel like you gotta upgrade. I've been eyeballing some 4K monitors. I feel kind of bad about it because I really like this Ultragear, this LG Ultragear I have. It's been one of the best monitors I've had, other than my BenQ monitor that I passed along to my son. This LG is quite nice. I have no complaints. But I feel kind of bad about looking at a 4K already, because it wasn't that long ago that I picked up the monitor I have. The 4K sounds nice, and I feel like my 3080 it needs 4K. You know, that's my excuse. Not that it will help me see things any better. Clearly I'm like Captain Obvious at missing things. For example, the other day I was talking about how I could not find this roller missions mod that I could swear existed. I'm like, I know it's out there. I saw it. I know I saw it. I mean, am I getting to the point where dreams just blend into reality? Because if that happens, things are going to get really weird here on this channel. Okay, if weirder than they are now. Let's see this. I think this cedar. I think she needs a little flexy though. I think I'd like to see it have a little more flex. I think I'm seeing things. See that lifting off the ground right there on the sides. That can't be good. That can't be good. Anyways, roller missions, and I'm like, I know I've seen it, and I swear I searched again for it in the in-game mod hub. I couldn't find it, and then I look on Discord, and of course TBG, the kind person he is, who doesn't just say, hey, idiot, you know, just nicely puts a picture on there. Oh, this roller mission mod, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man. I don't know how I miss these things. I give up. I give up even asking how. It's just I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. Let's go. Let's lift you up. Let's lift you up. We're not going to have enough seed. We're going to have to bring in another bag or two, I think, here. But let's, oh, look at them opening up, just waiting. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it for us. We are only at 54%. You know what? I bet one more bag, though, right? One more bag? I bet one more bag. Let's get a bag delivered. Maybe get a pizza while we're at it. So we get, how much do we get? 800 bucks and delivery's 20. Yeah, you can't beat that with a stick. $20 delivery charge. I think it costs that much. That's darn near pizza delivery charges right there. That's not bad. Pull up alongside it here. Beauty. I think that will cover the rest of what we need to do, I think. What am I, what, wait, what are you doing, Brad? What you got going on here, buddy? Oh, that's not bad. I missed half the field. All right. Nothing to see there. Nothing to notice there. Just, you know, just having some fun. Let's get rid of these lines, too, while we're at it. Yeah. That, can that, 56%. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'm not sure that's possible. Now, granted, we're doing the longest part of the field, I guess, more or less. That's 50. That's impossible. That can't be 50-some percent. It must be. It must be including all of this. You know what I'm saying? It must be including all of this. And it just considers this, all this tree area to be done. Right? Because I'm assuming that's what it's looking at. I don't know. Because that is not 50-some percent. Yeah. Like they say, I'm no math magician. And certainly no geologist. But over halfway done, I beg to differ. treat. Drag it, Brad. Jackknife that thing and drag it. There you go. So we're going to try and get some mowing done. It's looking like most likely May 1st. I think we're going to I think we're going to have to do some leasing. We can't take out another loan till we pay off our loan. How big is our loan? I know we're not there yet, but whoa. 168. Okay, a little bit more than I thought. So it really does no good. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming if we put 80,000 onto it, maybe you cut down your monthly payments a little bit, but it really doesn't do us a whole heap of good to do that until we can just pay it off in one foul swoop. So that's what we're going to shoot for. Saving up cash to get that loan paid off, and hopefully the loan amount by that time will increase for us so we can take out a little bit more at one time. That's been holding us back a little bit. It's probably also been saving me a lot of bad purchases because I can only take out, haven't been able to take out more than a couple $100,000. In fact, I think about 170, 165 was it? 150, something like that we took out. 168, 170 I think we took out roughly or so. %. I'll tell you what, I'm okay with it if this thing thinks we're 63% done. Unless it figures it out at some point, I'm okay with that. I know there's that big, that big island inlet right there that cuts off some of the field, but still, goodness. We'll have to check out our lawn care equipment. I think we're going to end up... I think we have a decent mower to select from. Like I said, I kind of... Oh, that's right. We got the ultimate. What's that bad boy called again? Is it the ultimate something or other? The Ultimate Mowing and Baling Pack by Mac Trucker. Oh, we're so good to go. 55 and 21,000. That's not too shabby. That's not too bad. We'll need to mow. We should be able to TED with our windrow with that. I think we're gonna do I think we're gonna have to do the wrapping and try to get as much money out of it as we can. So we're definitely gonna wanna. I think we're definitely going to want to silage up the bales. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. There you go. I did forget. We do have this mod. The real working speed mod. Look at that baby flipping around. Yeah, I think she needs some flex. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing does not do great on uneven surfaces. I like the I like a lot of things about it. I like the action of the back hoppers, and I like the overall, you know, it looks good. It's got a lot of detail. But it needs to have a little flex to it. Well, she's doing her job. She's getting it done. I shouldn't nitpick it. Tree. So even with the real working speed mod, it looks like the fastest this Voltra can haul this thing is about 12 or 13 miles an hour. Because I've got it to the boards. 13. Yeah, it's not quite getting... That's still not too shabby. Probably not super realistic, but not fast farming kind of crazy. Was watching Mr. Clutch Simulations the other day. I like Clutch. I don't know if you guys ever watch Clutch. I don't normally watch his gameplay videos. Can I snake? Can I just snake and sneak and snaky sneak through this right here? I guess we can, can't we? I don't necessarily watch his Let's Play stuff, but I like watching his I don't know what you call them, maybe editorial videos that he does once in a while. And I'll watch the Farm Sim show once in a while, and I quite like him. I like him. I think him and I would get along, I think, really well on very shared thoughts about the game. I think the things that he, I wouldn't say complains about, but wants to see improved are right up my alley. And I think the things that he sometimes comments about the DLCs that are released and stuff are kind of right up my alley. But I was watching one of his videos. Excuse me for a minute while I get an AWB here. Just a quick AWB. Thank you. He was talking about Farm Sim 24-25, whatever the next version will be. And was kind of going over things that we really want. And I guess he was kind of commenting how, whoa. Lock in, Brad. Lock that puppy in. I think he had done some searching on the interwebs and was looking at the forums and stuff and what people were saying they wanted to see, and he was giving his 2 cents worth, I guess, on those things. And yeah, I think one thing he mentioned, and I totally agree, is I would be disappointed if we see the same kind of ground textures in the next version. If you look at this field, for instance, now this is probably one of the better worse examples, and by that I mean it's very glaringly obvious, the repeated pattern, right? I mean, it looks like a piece of fabric with a repeated pattern, or maybe a tile floor carpeting, actually. And I just think with today's simulators and today's gaming, I think Farm Sim is, I think it's not unfair to say, behind the times on ground textures. And I totally agree. I think would love to see this. And I know that they updated it and upgraded it a little bit since 19. And it does look better. But how do you explain things like when it rains, it doesn't change? Like, it could be pouring out right now and this field would look absolutely no different. And it's stuff, it's that kind of thing that I think that I would love to see enhanced, maybe is a good word for it. Like, you know, you see map authors like here on American Falls, I think on the Edgewater, Saskatchewan that we have in the multiplayer server. Got a little lost there. You see a little bit of flooding, which is kind of cool. I like that. And with the mud mod, you do get some mud action. But it doesn't, it's not quite there. And being on the Giants game engine, I just don't know. I don't know enough about game engines to know if we're not gonna, you know what, we're gonna focus on this end here, I think. Being on the Giants game engine, there's got to be limitations, is my assumption. Some limitations. And I'm assuming, now I don't know how this works. I don't know if any of you know how this works. Serious Business, maybe you know how this works. I don't know if you're, I think you mentioned you're into coding. I'm assuming Giants updates their own engine or upgrades their own engine. But where I get a little lost in the weeds is there any limit to that? Can Giants take their current engine and say, hey, let's upgrade it so that it can do Mud Runner or Snow Runner kind of textures? Not that we want that. That might get a little out of hand, but could they do that? Or is there at the end of the day, is there ultimately a cap that is on this engine? They would have to actually go to like a different game engine to do stuff like that. That's where I get a little bit lack of knowledge on. I'm assuming they can update the game engine. Let's say Giants game engine 10.0 is going to come out. I would think their engine numbers are the same as their editor. I don't know if that's how it works for them or not, but that's what we'll just say for this sake of argument. Or are they going to have to, you know, pick a different... I can't see them picking another game engine at all. I don't see that ever happening. I wouldn't think they'd ever would do that. I don't know if... I would assume there'd be costs. You'd have to license it, I would think, and there'd be costs there. Look at the Unreal. Like, I love the Unreal gaming engine. To me, that's... I mean, the latest version of the Unreal, I don't know if any of you have watched any of the videos on YouTube about, I think it's Unreal 5, I think it is. It's just amazing stuff. I'm trying to think of what else Clutch had on the list. There were a couple things that were on the list that... Oh, productions. I thought this was a good one. And this is where I was like, oh, preach, Clutch. Preach it. He's like, really? Do we really need more productions? See, I'd be okay. In fact, I would be a lot more happy instead of more productions, better productions. Give us more granularity in the productions we have. Let us tweak them more and be more specific. If I've got a silo full of corn that I'm distributing, let me decide where it gets distributed, which productions, or how much it goes to this production and that production. Let me decide how. Let me decide how fast I want my productions to run, up to what limit. Maybe I want to slow them down for a little bit. Maybe I want to speed them up. Make the productions better. I don't need more productions. And that's what concerns me, is if a lot of effort is going into just making more productions so we can have more recipes. For me personally, and this is just speaking for me, everybody's going to have their own opinion. It doesn't do anything for me. It just doesn't. Carrot soup did nothing for me at all. When they added carrot soup, thanks. But whatever. I would love maybe more animals, but make the animals better. Maybe I'm just looking for the quality updates more than the quantity updates. But like I've said before, that gets tricky, I think, because they need to cater to more people than just existing players. They want to bring in more players. And when you are putting trailers out on YouTube and you're trying to advertise your spanky new version, I have no idea where I'm going. I guess we're just gonna, we'll just let the Vultra figure out what row works for me. I think we're done anyways. It's looking good. Excuse me, sorry guys. You want your new product to look all shiny and fancy and be attractive. Bring in more people. I get that. But they've got a heck of a fan base, and I think they have a very strong fan base and a very opinionated fan base. A really good fan base as far as good people are, as far as that's concerned, is my opinion. You see that in the comments that are left for the most part. Nice, just cleared 100,000. We like that, don't we? And you see that. I see that here on my channel. You know, I mean, I think if I was playing, I think if I was playing almost any other game than Farming Simulator, I wouldn't have the nice subscribers I have. There'd be nice people, but I think I wouldn't be as fortunate as I am with as good as people as I have. You know, I've got 10 Man, TBG, Serious Business, Jeffrey, Farmer Joe, Gen X. I mean, I know I'm going to miss somebody and I'm going to feel bad about this, but all of them, all you guys are awesome. And I'm not sure I would get that with a lot of other games. And I think Farming Simulator needs to take care of their existing players, and I think their existing players really do want some upgrades on some of this stuff. They caught a little bit of heat with 22, partially because it was, come on, let's be fair, it was not a good rollout. It had a lot of problems. And it didn't help that a lot of people had the opinion that it did not exactly come with a lot of feature updates. That didn't help. Fieldstones did not cut it for the masses. Sorry, I don't mean to be a jerk, but that's just the truth. Can I see? I can see. I'm going to try and just park this back in the little corner a little bit more without hitting the side of the barn. You know what? This thing's leased. I'm acting like I own it. Let's take a look at something. I kind of hate giving it up. How do I know how much it's... I guess I have to look. And see, this is where I don't know, unfortunately, super well. 7%. What's that little wrench? 7. Oh, you know what we should do? Kind of forgetting about this. 9 months. Current damages are 0, but we haven't had. We'll wait until after our mowing, and then we'll have to take this in for a checkup. Should probably take it in for a checkup. Maybe what, every 6 months, maybe. What does it show with this? Oh, that's like nothing. We can repair our front weight. We can repaint our front weight. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. What was I doing? Oh, leasing. Here's where I'm not sure I have a full under comprehension of this. Here's this gizmo that we have right now. We leased it. You got the base costs, 900 bones. Per work day, 450. Per work hour, 945. So that means so if we returned it right now, that work hour, is that based on game time or on real time? I'm assuming game time. So you owe $945 for every hour that you use the machine. You owe $450 for every day that you have it, that you don't return it. And then the base cost, this 900 bones, I'm assuming was the original, only happens once. See, I've never paid that close of attention to leasing prices. So my assumption is we can at least plan on $450 per day, plus whatever our working hours are, and repairs if we're going to have to repair it if we keep it for any kind of length of time. I think we're just going to keep it. I don't know that we're going to do a ton of planting, but I can tell you that with contracts, this thing is cheaper than most contracts are going to be to borrow the equipment, and we've got a tractor, so I think we can easily have it pay for itself. Plus, we do have the lease to own mod going, so we're kind of paying for it as we keep it. So let's just do that. We still haven't paid for this thing. I'm not entirely sure how much we have left on that thing. If I want to purchase it, we can purchase that for about 20 grand. Really, just don't see a point right now to doing that. So we are going to call this good for this episode. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me, sticking around. Sun's going down here on American Falls. Let's close up our garages. We're leasing this too. Oh yeah. We own a tractor. We own our truck and the bed that goes with it. We own this cultivator, a front weight, and of course our pallet for basically for charging us for repairs. Yeah. Better close up the farm so those meddling kids don't get in. Our grass, this will be where we will, oh boy, I gotta stop. I can't even talk. This will be where we are going to spend time on tomorrow. Goodness gracious. And indeed, I hope to see you back then. You all take care of yourselves. Until then, leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate that for sure. Subscribe as if you would like. That'd be awesome. Always glad to have new folks on board. You can always become a member. Join our Discord server. Take care of yourselves. That's most important. Take care of each other. And I'll see you here tomorrow. Bye for now.